All right, so the most important feeling is fear. And I don't mean fear in terms of like, they're afraid of you, but I'm being a fear of loss. Love without the fear of loss is like a dog owner who doesn't respect his dogs, right? It's complete abuse, right? They will never truly value you. And in fact, if they don't fear losing you, in my opinion, it's on you. It's your fault because you didn't set standards. You didn't punish a negative behavior. It's like a dog who misbehaves, right? A dog who misbehaves is not the fault of the dog itself. It's the fault of the owner, right? So you have to learn how to teach people how to respect you. And that comes with a willingness to walk away, right? Now, similar to this is a sense of admiration, right? Where they look up to you, where they admire you. You have traits that they find completely attractive, okay? And unfortunately, people are in too many relationships where their partner just looks down on them, where they don't get any respect, right? They don't value their opinion. And those people can never truly love you as a result, right? Now, the next one is a sense. Now, remember, I think that's the most important one. If you don't apply that first one, it's never going to work out. Okay. The next one is a sense of familiarity and companionship. Okay. Sorry, the spelling is horrible. But essentially, if they don't have a sense of companionship or familiarity, to get to this stage, a lot of the sexual tension has to go away to get to the stage, right? But a person, and this is why if it's just a physical thing, this is why if it's just friends with benefits, it can never become that, because a friends with benefits relationship a lot of the times has a lot of physical energy. The sexual energy has to lower for people to truly feel this. And the person has to be mature to deal with that. By the way, if you're dating someone and you want to be able to tell people these things, but you don't know how to do it because you're a little shy and antisocial sometimes, right? Click in the description down below, and there you could talk to me one-on-one and tell me whether or not the person you're dating, whether or not they like you or not, or you want me to give you guys the specific strategies based on the strategies of my videos for you, tailor strategies for your situation. You guys can do that. Sometimes I make very broad videos, so it may not be specific, but working with me one-on-one allows you to get a specific detailed plan for you and for you only. Okay, so click in the description down below where it says work with me one-on-one, and let's continue with the video. So remember, this happens over time, and this is why anytime you meet someone who falls in love with you really quick, it's not really love, because it's impossible for them to develop the familiarity feeling in just a week. Like the ego, for you to think that this could happen in just a week, it's not. What's really happening, it's more so of a projection, right? It's not really reality. They don't really love you. They're interacting with a mental fantasy of their minds. Okay, so remember, honestly, I think this is the most important part, and this cannot be replicated. It's like trying to cook something that takes 1 hour in under a minute. It just makes no physiological sense. Okay, so this is why anytime somebody tries to speed up the relationship, understand it's not really love, and that will never ever turn into love. The next feeling is the feeling of reconciliation. If you never had the feeling of reconciliation, you're never really gonna truly develop that bond. You gotta understand, connections are built, the emotions, the love that we have with each other are built under a scaffolding of love, conflict, and reconciliation. Those feelings unite people deeper. But if you always have peace, or the illusion of peace, which is truly impossible, what that really means is that you guys are not really addressing the issue. For somebody to truly stay in love and fall in love, they have to go through conflict, healthy conflict, like having healthy bacteria in the stomach, right? Don't assume that every conflict is built the same. Sometimes you gotta fight. Sometimes you gotta argue so that you can reconciliate and see how important the other one is for each other. But the problem is that we just coddle our partners too much. We avoid conflict. We avoid hurting them. We avoid creating those awkward moments. And because of that, your relationship isn't really built on reality, which is learning how to have conflict resolution. You have to have those awkward moments, those moments when you guys are trying to fix this, but you don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to talk about it. You feel uncertain. But the thing is that once you finally get out of that period, you feel more connected to them. It's like going through a period of sickness, and then it allows you to appreciate your life more.
That's what you have to do. And that's what we don't do. Because why? We are afraid of losing them. Understand that if they love you, if they want you, if you really want to keep them long term, you got to develop conflict resolution skills. You got to learn how to have conflict with the person. You got to learn how to go from conflict to no conflict, and above all, how to forget the conflict. Meaning, you guys had an argument, you guys had a disagreement, and you guys resolved it. Don't bring it up anymore. Now, we're not talking about cheating, unless cheating is only allowed if you guys been together for a long time, right? That's the only time, right? But in the beginning, I recommend not to deal with that, essentially. But generally speaking, man, you need to have those moments. You need to feel reconciliation, the sensation that you guys were fighting and now you guys are back together, right? That feeling, it's symbiotic. It's like it has a upward spiral. It takes you guys towards having a deeper connection with each other, and this is how you maintain long-term relationships, going through conflict, because you're gonna have conflict. You guys are not the same people. You guys will have disagreements, and how you deal with that will either make you guys like each other or push you guys further away. And this is why you guys grow together. Why? Because to deal with the conflict, you have to grow. You have to let go of your ego. You have to have problem solving skills, and if you don't have it, the relationship will die. This is why the conflict will mature you guys, will help you guys grow more together.
Okay. Now remember the next one, a sense of deep relaxation. This happens when you. Now, this deep state of relaxation can never happen if you play too many games with them, right? It can never happen if they don't trust you. It can never happen if you're way too cold. And this is why these strategies only work to prevent people from playing games with you, right? They only work to prevent people from wasting your time. But what they don't work is to make somebody come to this state of mind where they feel deeply relaxed in your presence, right? So they cannot have no feeling, do they want me or not? They have to know you want them. They have to know that you're special to them. And a lot of times we develop fears of being intimate, fears of opening up because the person might not like it. You know, that's just the truth. But the thing is that if you apply too much of my strategies too much, you might jade them. You might make them resentful, and you might ruin something that could have been good because you just play too many games. You don't want to be vulnerable enough with them, right? So this feeling of familiarity comes through you opening up, through you expressing how you feel, through you putting yourself in a position where you might be rejected by them. You know, and a lot of us don't want to compromise our value because of that. And that's why you end up never getting the types of relationship that you truly want, right? And remember, there's a beauty about this, that time creates this. If I see you being in love with me in the first week, red motherfucking flag, people. Red flag. You can't be loving me in the first week. I'm not that special, right? The next one is, now look, I always tell people, you got to have a hint of coldness for them to respect your presence, right? Now, the coldness isn't you being manipulative and mean. The coldness is the potential to leave. Not that you leave, but they can sense that you could leave, right? Because when they don't sense that you can leave, people naturally atrophy into being ungrateful with you, right? Now, the next one is thoughts of jealousy. This is big. Somebody who doesn't feel rage or anger or a deep sense of depression at the thought of you being with somebody else doesn't truly love you. They can't, because naturally they don't want to share you consistently. Anytime somebody who is completely okay with you being with somebody else, the love that they have for you isn't truly as pure as you think. They have to have a certain sense of wanting to monopolize you. I'm not saying that people should be manipulative. I'm just saying that if you tell people that you hung out with your ex and then they're okay with it, come on, no, they're not woke, they're not open-minded, they're not progressive. They just don't feel those feelings for you, right? The next one is a sense of certainty and security, right? They know how you feel. They're not wondering whether or not you like them. They're not wondering whether or not you're going to leave them. They know exactly how you feel. And this is a very important thing. If they don't feel, if they are not 100% sure that you love them, that you like them, they're never truly going to fall in love with you. They feel secure. They could predict you. They know that you're going to be there tomorrow when you say that you're going to be there. They know that you're going to follow through on your words. There's no fear of you being inconsistent in their lives, right? Why? Because this is what allows them to think about you in the future. This is what allows them to future projecting is very important. Future projection allows a person to fantasize about you, to crystallize you, to exaggerate the positive traits and negate the negative traits. But if they don't know that you're going to be there 5 years from now, this cannot happen. They have to sense that complete assurance that you're going to be there for them, or else the future projection, seeing them having kids with you, seeing them marrying you, seeing them going on vacation, right? Those images can only happen when they feel secure about the love that they have about you, right? And the next one is feeling loved and gracious, being grateful that they found somebody that was special. I reiterate this, too many people are afraid to show love. They're afraid because they might get rejected. They might look needy. They might push them away. Too many people are afraid of that. And that's why it's very important that you go out of your way to let people know that how much you like them, because you might think it's needy, but it's not needy if you leave. Let me tell you something, man. It's not needy to tell somebody that you love them if in your mind you're willing to walk away, because in the moment they might think you're needy. Okay, whatever. Who gives a fuck? But if you actually leave retrospectively, was it really needy? No. If you express your love and they don't give it back to you and you leave, what you said doesn't look needy no more. And I can promise you, if they left because you were needy, they'll come back to you, because they'll see your vulnerability as confidence. I am telling you, a lot of people hear this, a lot of avoidance hear this, and they're fucking trembling. But I can promise you, man, express your feelings towards people with a willingness to walk away, and you will notice that people will come back to you if they got scared because of your openness. I tell people personally, I'm the type of person, I do tell people that I like them. Like I'm not shy about telling you how much I like you, even though I'm not someone who verbally says it, but I've gotten used to telling people that. And what I notice is that people do get awkward, right? But it's funny because there's a certain level of confidence that you kind of show when you tell people you like them, and you do that in a vulnerable way. It comes across as confidence, especially nowadays, because most people just don't do that. Again, as long as you say it with the willingness to walk, it's not needy or creepy. Okay, and as long as you keep your hand on your shield and swords at all times, never letting down your guard. When I mean never letting down your guard, I don't mean not opening up emotionally. I mean that you have the eject button at every second of the day. This is very important, people. I'm emphasizing this part because it's important, because there is a dichotomy where you have people who open themselves up too quickly and it looks needy. For example, on the first day, I'm like, look, on the first day, I literally tell a girl, I like you. I want to see you again. You know, I would love to see you again. And people might say, oh my God, you're telling them you're being needed. No, it's not. I'm telling you. People will get intimidated by that. That I do know. But if you say it in a calm way, and you don't give them the creepy eyes, and you say, I want to see you again, some people would just feel a comfort because it takes a certain level of confidence. Back then, people said it out of neediness. Nowadays, people know it looks needy. So when you say it with a willingness to walk away, your non-verbal cues will wrap it around and create non-verbal like cues of confidence that will allow you to say that without really sabotaging it. All right. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, click on the description down below, or else I'm close.
So a lot of you guys have been asking me, how can I purchase all of your courses in one go? Well, if you guys want to purchase all of them, you guys can join the Mindful Attraction University, people. Yeah, that's right. And in this, you'll be able to access all of my courses for $3.99. Initially, if you purchase all of my courses, Emotional Mastery, Psychological Game of Attraction, my new course, The Feminine Woman, Natural Chemistry, Charisma Blueprint, Nice Girl, you guys can purchase all of it for $600. But with the bundle deal, you guys can purchase it for $3.99. Or you guys can purchase it in 3 easy payments of $125, people. Yeah, that's right. Or you guys can purchase it with the bonuses. So you not only do you get the courses, but the bonuses. And that comes down to $7.99. Or 4 easy and mindful payments of $199. Now, these bonuses are not regular bonuses. These bonuses are legit, almost like courses within a course, right? So you guys can just click on the description down below and explore the types of bonuses. For example, I have bonuses on how to get over your ex, how to become more creative, how to, well, especially in the feminine woman, I have a bonus about how to penetrate the mind and how to speak in a way that gets people to do what you want them to do. Like, it's honestly one of the craziest sections that I've ever made, because most of these courses, people, I come up with those ideas in meditation retreats. Nobody goes to the extent that I go. I go to meditation retreats to create these courses. There's a 14-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, just ask me for the money back within 14 days, and I'll give you all the money back. Father Alex has never rejected a money back offer if I offered it. So, and if you guys already purchased one of my courses, for example, and you guys want to get the bonuses while getting a discount, you know what I'm saying? I have discount codes for people who purchase my courses. So if you purchase my courses, just send me a private message. Or if you work with me one-on-one, I'll give you a big discount for the courses. And there I can help all of you guys understand that this is a movement. Most people never knew this type of knowledge before. And I am trying to empower women across the world and liberate them from these negative and one-sided relationships through these courses. So hopefully you guys can spread the message and help other people out. And I'll see you guys inside. Or else I'm close to